Okay, we'll keep it. So, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, what I would start off with today, because someone mentioned something to me the other day. They said, when you speak, sometimes it's a bit heavy, kind of going to some heavy stuff. Yeah. And maybe bring some of the benefits of meditation. And we all know the benefits of meditation, but I thought maybe I would start off with how can we make our life more peaceful? How can we make our life more peaceful? Right, come on in. And so I thought, well, maybe if I look at it from a perspective of what else can we add in our way of living that can allow us to create not just a peace of mind, but a healthier way of living. So if I was to ask you, what is the cause of your stress without naming anyone? Yeah? What would you say? You could say work, you could say your partner, you could say your children, you could say your health, you could say all sorts of different reasons. We can say that this is the cause of my health, this is the cause of my stress. Yesterday, I was watching a program and in an indigenous community in Mongolia, and they asked this individual, how do you deal with stress? They didn't have a word for that. They didn't have a word for stress. Can you believe that? So anyway, so what can we do in our everyday life that can make our life easier? The crux, if you look at the Buddhist worldview, the way Buddha kind of approached this, he said, life is suffering. Suffering has a cause. There is a way, a solution to the cause, and there is a pathway. 4 steps. Life is suffering. Suffering has a cause. There is a solution to the cause. And if you follow that, life is free of suffering. Mara. So the cause of suffering is attachment. Attachment. Doesn't matter what it is. Attachment to a cigarette. Attachment to feeling happy. Attachment to I should be enjoying myself. Attachment to your children. Attachment to your health. That I should be feeling healthier. I should be healthier. Attachment to the way you look. I don't get old. Attachment and clinging, there's a difference. Attachment means you're holding on to something. And whatever you're holding on to is creating your identity. Yeah, so it adds to your identity. Now, whatever you're holding on to, the moment it is threatened, the moment it is threatened, you will experience anxiety or anger. Those are the only 2 emotions. Anger does not arise by itself. Anger needs a cause. And the cause is always threatening what you're attached to. Either you're holding on to something or you want to get somewhere. The moment I disturb that, anger will arise. So attachment is a fundamental cause of all your problems. All of them. All of them. Because what we're looking at here is, because it's our thinking. Our thinking has been so corrupted that we don't recognize that you've had nothing to do with you being born. You are a wave on the ocean. The ocean decided when the wave was going to come, and the ocean will decide when the wave submerges. It's got nothing to do with you. Seasons change, nothing to do with you. Heart beats, nothing to do with you. Your kidneys filter it, nothing to do with you. You are not required to control anything. You are simply required to live life as a flow. As a flow. It is said 40, 50 years ago, when the first kind of meditation thing was coming into the West, they had a conference somewhere. And they were all talking about meditation and how it impacts stress and how it makes you healthy and all this kind of stuff. And there was someone from the East. And he said, what stress? He didn't know what the word stress was. So someone went and explained to him what stress is. And he said, resistance to life, resistance to the way things are, wanting things to go your way. Has anything gone your way ever from the start? No. Everything is happening by itself. Now, the reason I bring this to your understanding, you don't need to believe me. Look at your own life. Look at your experience. This evening, it'll go into the morning. You've got nothing to do with it. If it rains or doesn't rain, nothing to do with it. Even if you get up in the morning or not, isn't dependent on you. Whether you have a dream or not, that's not dependent on you. Even wanting to go to sleep on time isn't dependent on you. So once we begin to see these things, that life is taking care of itself. You're not alone. So we live a life where we feel if we let go of anything, we're going to be alone. We're going to be deserted. We're going to be isolated. I would suggest to you, holding on is what creates our isolation. Holding on to an attachment is what creates our isolation. Letting go allows you to live a life in which there is harmony. Well, what does that mean? That means you go, you do your thing, but you're not worried about the outcome. That's all it means. Stop holding on to the way things ought to be and start living a life which is grounded in the way things are. In one of the, you have like different mantras, etc. One of them that's really powerful is things are the way they are. Can't change it, can you? Things are the way they are. What you can change is your attitude to it. Change your attitude, everything changes. Everything changes. Everything else can change, but if your attitude is the same, nothing changes. So you'll find people who have nothing and they're quite content. And there are those who have everything and they're very uncontent or discontent. Why? Internal attitude. Now, let's put the whole thing together. Knowing that you, I, and everyone else is like a wave that's merged from this ocean of consciousness, whatever you want to call it, and we're here. It isn't that God's taken you and put you on earth and said, go on, do these things and you'll be rewarded, and do those things, you will be punished. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with that. These are stories. If you live in resistance, you live in hell. If you live in harmony, you live in heaven. There is nowhere else. There never was, there never will be. It's all now, here. When you were born, it was now, it was here, wherever here was. When you die, it will be now and it will be here. And when you are reborn, it'll be the same. The water never changes. The wave comes and goes back into the ocean, but it still remains the water. You ain't going anywhere. Enjoy the experience. And the experience has two parts to it. It has a part that will give you joy, and it'll have a part which will give you suffering. Out of suffering comes joy, out of joy comes suffering. It's the cycle. You are happy, you've got a brand new car, someone comes and scratches it. That very thing gives you pain. So foolish people ask for happiness because in the seeds of happiness are the seeds of distress. Whatever brings you happiness today will bring you distress tomorrow. Doesn't matter what it is. So the smart way to live life is non-dual. Neither run this way nor run away from that. You're not hiding from hell and you're not hungry for heaven. Things come, things go. And if you're in that space, everything changes. But what we tend to do, we want to hold on to the good bits and we don't want the bad bits. This is an illness. How can you have one side of a coin? Can't be done. The only way to live is to live with two sides, knowing one comes out of the other and transforms. So what are you holding on to? What is there to hold on to? What belongs to you? Your breath doesn't belong to you. Where did you get your heart? Who did you go and buy it from? No one owns you. You are a free, sovereign entity that has been prisoned in your thoughts. Emancipate you from your mental slavery. The great words of Bob Marley. Never been so true. Why? Because we live in this nonsense. Never question it. So meditation allows us to separate from that and to see the flow. Everything is flowing, but you remain still. Everything is flowing, but you remain still. Everything is changing, but you remain still. And that stillness is what gives you trust. And if you trust life, life will take care of you. But if you trust yourself, I'm in charge, you're going to lose out. You're going to lose out. Maybe not today, but you will lose out. Because you aren't in charge. You're in charge of the present moment, your attitude and act, but you're not in charge of the outcome. So don't rely on the outcome. Do what needs to be done today. If the plant needs watering, go and water it. Don't expect fruit from it. That's all it is. Simple life. So Buddha suggested life has suffering. Suffering as a cause. Cause is attachment. And what's the solution to attachment? Realization. Not letting go of anything. Because there's nothing to let go of, because nothing belongs to you. You can't hold on to anything. So what is there to let go of? So how do we bring peace in life? By living in this truth. And you can always test the truth 3 ways. Is it logical? Is it consistent? And is it my experience? So is it logical that you emerge from nothing? Yeah, pretty much so. You had nothing to do with it. Your mom and dad got together and here you are. Played no role in it. From that little cell to where you are today, the process has been taking care of itself, by itself. So it's logical that it's going to continue. Is it consistent? Are you the only one that's happening to, but everyone else is different? No. It's the whole process of everything. From the tree, the cloud, the stars, the galaxies, the earth, you, me, the whole thing follows the same pattern. Start, middle, end, restart. And is it experiential? Of course. I'm a living proof of it. Your breath is a living proof of it. So with this wisdom, plus a bit of meditation, because meditation by itself isn't enough. It needs wisdom. It needs wisdom. And wisdom, gyan, is these little understandings that you can empirically test yourself by putting your finger in the fire to find out what's it all about. And when these two come together, life becomes a little bit easier, a little bit more harmonious, and a little deeper in your peace. As they say, if you love someone and you really hold on to them, the chances are you'll strangle the love. But if you love someone and you allow them to bloom and flourish, your love will get deeper. The same is true here. Allow life to be held in a hand like a flower rather than squeezed and thinking that it's still going to remain the same. Yeah. So that's the wisdom that accompanies today's session. So let's go and get on with our meditation, I guess. Enough of the ranting. Okay, so with our session, we will always begin with our posture. Okay, so I suggest you just straighten your back up. You pull your shoulders back a little bit. And if you can pull your chin in slightly. And you're going to close your eyes if you can. If you feel uncomfortable in closing your eyes, you can look to the ground but not focus on anything. And ensuring that the eyes are closed, the mouth is closed, unless you can't breathe in through your nose. And as you draw your breath in, you're going to bring your focus to your body first. And your commitment is very simple today. Your commitment is simply to notice what's going on with you today. Right this moment, what is actually going on with you? So as you bring your breath in, bring it to your focus to your body, notice your posture. And as you notice your posture, you begin to notice if there's anything in your body that draws your attention. So this could be a pain, could be a tightness, an itch, an ache. Just notice what's going on with the body itself. Give yourself time to recognize what's going on. Okay? And now we're going to take a moment to notice our senses. So bring your focus to your eyes, and you will begin to notice you have awareness of something. It could be darkness, it could be the back of your eyelids, it could be colors. But there is something that is being observed, and there's an observer, awareness. In other words, what can you see? And now from your eyes, you're going to move your focus to your ears. And you're going to begin to listen to any sound that's around you, or to all sounds that are around you. Allow them to come to you. You're not going to judge any sound. You're not going to look for anything. You're simply listening. Listening. Notice when there is no sound, you can still hear silence. Next, you're going to bring your focus beneath your nose. And you're going to notice the breath that comes in and the breath that leaves. Your focus is just beneath your nose, and all you're doing at this stage is simply watching your breath. Now you're going to bring your focus to if there's a smell or an aroma with the breath. Maybe the incense. Is there a fragrance with your breath? And now you're going to bring your focus to your mouth. Notice if there's a taste in the mouth at the moment. And now bringing your focus to the top of your head, you're going to imagine there's a hula hoop above your head. And as this hoop comes down, it begins to notice the sensations within your body. Slowly coming down. All the way down. So notice if there's anything in the body that lights up. A pain, a tightness, an itch, an ache. And if you find anything in the body that draws your focus, notice where it is. Don't need to work out what it is. Okay, next breath in. Once again, become aware of your whole body as best as you can. Notice your posture. And notice if there's anything that's been highlighted. A pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. Okay. Notice there are sensations where your body makes contact with your seat. Bring your focus to those sensations. From those sensations, you allow your awareness to move up so you become aware of your hips. And then slowly moving down your thighs towards your knees. And then from your knees, you allow this focus to move down towards your ankles. Notice your feet. And then moving to the soles of your feet. And you want to hold your focus there for a short while. Next breath in, you bring your focus back to the seat you're on. And this time you're going to notice how well you're held in place. In other words, you can allow yourself to relax, to soften a little bit. Notice your back is straight and upright. And gently, you're going to bring your focus from your lower back to the middle back. From your middle back, you move up towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders and see if you can soften them. And then slowly moving your focus down from your shoulders to your elbows. Remember, you're looking for sensations. You're going to give your body a thorough seeing inspection. And then from your elbows, you move down to your wrists. Noticing your hands. Noticing the palms of your hands. Notice your fingers. Notice the tips of your fingers if you can. Next breath in, you're going to bring your focus to your eyes again. And once again, you're going to notice what you have in your field of vision. What can you see? It's not nothing, it's darkness. Or it could be patterns. Recognizing yourself as awareness, that which cannot be switched off. No matter how much you try, you can't switch your awareness off. And then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften and bringing your focus towards your lips. Scanning your upper lip, scanning your lower lip, and then gently moving your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. Inside cheeks, notice your tongue, allow it to soften. Notice your jaw and allow your jaw to soften. And on the next breath out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, you become aware of your body as best as you can. And once again, notice what's going on with the body itself. And then moving your focus beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Allowing your breath to breathe by itself. If you find your focus has drifted from the breath, you started thinking of something, or my voice has disturbed you, notice the disturbance, come back to your breath. Noticing the in breath has a start and an end, and the out breath has a start and an end. Staying with your breath. Allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Notice how the breath breathes by itself. And all you've got to do is simply watch it. Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel cool or does it feel warm? Does your breath feel cool or does it feel warm? Is your breath long or does it feel short? Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. On your next breath in, bring your focus to your inner space. How you feel within yourself. If there are any thoughts within your mind. Gently bringing your focus to your chest. And all you do is watch the chest move out, the chest move in, holding your focus at your chest. Notice how it moves, synchronized with your breath. Breath comes in, your chest expands, the breath moves out, the chest relaxes. All by itself, holding your focus at your chest. Stay with your chest. On your next breath in, you're going to take your focus a bit deeper into yourself, right where your heart is. And you're going to hold it there if you can. And as you hold your focus there, notice how you're actually feeling right now. Do you feel settled, comfortable, peaceful? Or do you feel unsettled, uncomfortable, agitated? Holding your focus where your heart is. Right this moment. Do you feel calm? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel you've rested? And now, on your next breath out, you're going to open your awareness to all the sounds around you once again. Listening to any sound that's around you, following the bell into the silence if you can. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Take a moment to notice your experience. If you feel peaceful, focus on the peace. If it feels still, focus on the stillness. If you feel relaxed, focus on the relaxation. And now, on your next breath out, you're going to expand your focus to include your whole body once again. Notice if there's any discomfort in the body, a pain, a tightness, an itch. Notice that the chair still holds you in place. Sensations where the chair makes contact with your body. From those sensations, you move up to your hips, slowly bringing focus back into the body. From our hips, we move down our thighs slowly, slowly towards our knees. From your knees, you move down towards your ankles. Take your time, scanning the back and the front of your legs. Notice your feet. And then once again, we come to the soles of our feet and we stay there for a short while. Coming back to the seat you're on. Notice your back is still straight, upright, comfortable. Your shoulders, your arms, and your hands are relaxed, they're comfortable. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed, bringing your focus beneath your nose again. And now, as the breath comes in, we can sense our body. As the breath goes out, we can sense our body. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. Breathing in, you feel calm. Breathing out, you feel calm. Bringing the intention to smile. Allow that energy, that warmth to fill your body. Notice how you feel within yourself. When you hear the next bell, you use this bell to draw some slow, deep breaths in and gently open your eyes. Take your time,